guys, today I want to talk to you guys about clutter, something that I personally struggle with as a therapist and what I do about it. Welcome to the Holy Ghost Home Growth Channel. My name is Dr. Antoinette Brookins, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and a pastor's wife from Fresno, California. Here on this channel, we talk about all things Jesus and how to manage our mental health using faith-based practices. I also give fashion tools, tips, and techniques, typically through my outfit of the day. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, please do subscribe to this channel. All right, guys, let's jump right in. Okay. So I want to scan the room a little bit to see if you guys see all of this stuff. Let's see if you guys see all of this stuff. Okay. See that bag, those hats, boots, and all of these different shoe boxes. Okay? So this is just a bag full of stuff. Here's another bag full of just stuff. Okay? Hats. Okay. So all of this stuff, guys, was in my closet. All of these things were in my closet. And you know what? It was affecting my mental health. It was causing me to feel stressed, anxious, and even depressed. And so I want to talk to you guys about the dangers of things being cluttered, your space being cluttered, and how it affects your mental health. Okay? So you already know I got my little notes here. I have my notes here because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay? So, all right, guys, I'm just trying to get my camera right. Okay, so first I want to ask you guys, like, did you know that, did you know, were you even aware that clutter in your space can cause you to feel anxious? I don't know if you guys even knew that. Like, think about it. If you guys have spaces that are cluttered, whether it's your car, your room, your closet, your kitchen, and how do you feel when things are like that? Like, I want you to think about how you feel. Do you ever feel like when you walk in there, you're feeling anxious or you're feeling worried or just stressed? I want to say this because hold on, I'm trying to get my calendar to focus. Okay, to focus here. That way it follows me. Okay, so with my closet, so that is my nemesis. My closet is my nemesis because I have a lot of things. I have a lot of things, as you guys know, as you guys have seen. I have collected so many things over the years. Okay, so it's not like I just went out and bought a bunch of things on a super big haul. Some of the things that I've had for years and years and years. I have shoes that are older than my youngest daughter. I have dresses and items in my closet that are older than some of my kids. And many of the things I love, but some of the things I've noticed that I've held on to, but why? So I want you guys to lean in. Ecclesiastes 3:6, because I know y'all thinking like, what this got to do with faith-based mental health, whatever. Ecclesiastes 3:6 says, there is a time to keep and a time to cast away. This can easily be applied to decluttering. And so I want to talk about some things that I do to help me stay clutter-free most of the time. Most of the time, okay? But I want to talk about some stuff that we hold on to and some things that are cluttered that may be in our closet, okay? And give absolutely practical techniques to get rid of this stuff, y'all, okay? So, empty shoe boxes. All right, empty shoe boxes. See, shoe boxes. My name is Dr. Brookins, and I got shoe boxes galore. You may have shoe boxes, but I got much more. All right? So shoe boxes, okay? So if we are trying to declutter, hold on, I got to get this camera set up again. Like this little thing keeps saying it's losing me. Okay, come on, tracker. I need you to stay with me. Come on, tracker. I need you to be in line with the spirit and catch me. Okay, so empty shoe boxes, right? Why do I have empty shoe boxes in my closet? Like, why would anybody just keep an empty shoe box? Well, I have empty shoe boxes because I feel like if I am going to resell some items, that people probably want the shoebox. Okay, so a lot of things that I don't wear, I gift them or give them, to my sister, to my daughters, or I resell them on like Poshmark or something, right? So I noticed that I had all of these shoe boxes, but I wasn't selling those shoes. I liked my shoes. I wanted to keep my shoes, so I wasn't selling the shoes. And so therefore, I ended up with a collection of shoe boxes. How many of y'all have shoe boxes in y'all closet? It may not even be for the same reason. Maybe you just like to keep your shoes in a shoebox, right? So if you have your things neatly stacked in the shoes, like if you actually kept your shoes in the shoebox, well, that actually makes sense because that's a way to keep you organized and clutter-free. But I don't keep my shoes in a shoebox. Why? Because I need to be able to see my things so I can easily grab them when I'm looking to put together outfits for myself or if I'm doing a tutorial for you guys, right? So empty shoe boxes do not fit my lifestyle. I need to get rid of them. Okay? Another thing is unworn items. We have unworn items in our closet. Okay? Why do we have unworn items in our closet? Right? It's not even good for our self-esteem to have unworn items in our closet. Let me explain. We often have unworn items in our closet. Okay, we often have unworn items in our closet because a lot of the things that I get from people is because they used to be a certain size, and so now they are trying to lose the weight so that they can fit back into an item. So here's my thing about that, guys. Unless you are actively in the gym, actively changing your diet, or going for those runs, going for those walks, unless you are actively seeking to lose weight, then you need to get rid of that stuff because it only serves as a reminder of where you used to be. So if you used to be a size 2 and now you're a size 6 and you keep this thing in your closet because you're saying, I'm going to get back down to a size 2. Well, what are you doing about it? Have you changed your diet? Are you in the gym? If not, it only serves as a sad reminder of how you used to look and how you desire to look. But there's no motivation there because keeping clothes in your closet is not a motivation for you to lose the weight. It only serves as a reminder of how you used to be. And so then you start to grieve the fact that you used to be a size 2 or whatever size. That becomes a place of pain. Get rid of it. Don't keep holding on to the stuff. Sometimes we have an emotional attachment to things. There are some items in my closet that I recognize that I have an emotional attachment to that. Why? Because my grandmother gave it to me. Again, I'm talking about me, so I don't have to talk about you. But I know y'all feel me. If y'all with me, just put it just put it right there in the comments. I get it. That's me. I feel that way. I've been there. I have some things that are so dear to me, like I have a few hats in my closet that my grandmother gave me. My grandmother is deceased, and so I hold on to it. So now I have to make a decision. If it's taking up space and I don't use it, I have to make a decision. Do I want to keep it and utilize it? Or do I need to gift it to somebody else in the family who can actually use the item? Because I'm sure my grandmother wouldn't just want me to hold on to a hat just for the purpose of having a hat. Our grandparents were much too resourceful for that kind of thing. They used their items. She would want somebody to wear the hat. And so now I have to go in and look at my little bald head because my grandmother had hair. You know what I mean? So I have to look and see if it fits right on my head, or do I need to give it to one of my daughters or one of my nieces or my sister or back to my mom who actually has hair, who can fill that hat out. So here's another issue. We have lots of pretty things, but they may not be practical. So this is a prime example of something that's pretty, but not practical. So before I go there, let's talk about impulse buys, okay? So some of us are scrolling because we don't have any meaningful connections in our lives. So social media has become our friend. But the problem with that is oftentimes we don't know all of our friends on social media. If we saw them in the grocery store, we either wouldn't recognize them or we wouldn't speak. Why? Because we don't have any real emotional connection to them. They're just our social media friends. This society has made it so difficult for us to be able to actually make real human connections. So sometimes we're scrolling because we're lonely and we're bored. And so when we're lonely and we're bored, then we start adding to cart. Impulse buys. Okay? So we see Sister Hot Toddy on there, right? And she got on this bad hat. And then you're like, wait a minute, I got some shoes in my closet that I didn't have for 4 years. And so now I can put that with that. And honey, it's gonna be a moment. And then you get the non-refundable hat that then came from God knows where. Because we don't always know where this stuff be coming from. And then it end up looking like this. Now y'all can lie and say, oh, it looks so good on you. Listen, you ain't got to lie to kick it. I know this hat don't look right on me. Right? But see, I didn't realize or didn't put, I'm like, oh, that girl, she had the long flowing hair. Oh, it was looking real good. Girl, stay in your lane, Nat. This ain't working. This ain't working. So we end up with pretty things in our closet that are not practical. Child, I can't do nothing with this shoe. The shoe is cute. Yes, it fits. But the instep is too high. I don't know how anybody walk on this shoe. Now, I kind of feel like I'm an expert when it comes to walking in heels. But not these. All these do is just sit up in the closet and be pretty. A pretty display. Now, that leads me to this. Sometimes we keep things in our closet because it is pretty. Now, if you are one of those people who like to walk into their closet and their closet feels like art to them, baby girl, knock yourself out. The question is it taking up valuable real estate? And is it making you feel like your closet is cluttered? Me, I need a functional closet. Do I want it to look pretty? Yeah, but not as much as I need it to be functional. Because when I go to pull for an item, I don't want to be pulling for stuff that is no use to me. Right? So you have to determine, if that's something that you want. Okay? Hold on. Let me get to my next point, guys. Let me get to my next point. See, sometimes we end up with things in our closet because somebody gifted it to us. And so they gifted we have a birthday party or whatever, or somebody is cleaning out their closet and think like, oh, I know somebody who would really love this stuff. And so we gather up our nice things and we give them to somebody, and the other person takes it because they have been taught, to receive gifts, right? And to be grateful for things, but they can't use them either. Because maybe they're in the same position that you're in, or maybe that's just not their style. Yes, they can fit it, but that's not their personal aesthetic. They don't like it. So one thing that I have done to avoid getting or to reduce the number of times that I get something in my closet that I don't want is I just tell people, thank you so much, but please don't buy me gifts. I tell them even before my birthday, please don't buy me gifts. As a pastor's wife, I get a lot of gifts, so I have a lot of things. But I've had to tell people, please don't buy me anything. If you're going to buy me something, please give me a gift card. I really love gift cards. A cup of coffee on a warm day, on a cool day is amazing to me. I have Cash App, I have Zelle, but don't buy me things because I won't be able to utilize them, and I don't want you to waste your money. So, sis, you're going to either have to regift the things, or if you feel that guilty about it, give it back. Another reason why we have things in our closet that contributes to clutter is we have things that we have emotional attachment to because maybe it belonged to our grandmother or our grandfather, and so we're holding on to it. But the question is, would your grandmother, I'm thinking about mine now, I have a couple of very beautiful, fancy little hats that I have in my closet that belong to my grandmother, but I've never worn them. So I have to determine whether or not I'm going to get some good use out of it, or whether I'm going to gift them to my daughters or to my sisters or give them to my mom. Because I know my grandmother was a resourceful woman. She didn't just have things in her closet that was taking up space as far as clothes were concerned. She wore her clothes. And she would like for somebody to get good use out of that hat. So am I telling you just get rid of things in your life that mean something to you? No. But you have to ask yourself, can I utilize it? Can I utilize it? Or is it something that I do believe that it's taking up space? And if it is, give it to one of your loved ones who can wear the hat. Right? So, we already talked about thrift stores, consignment stores, all of the different places that you can donate some things to, specialty items. Look at this. These are things that take up space in your closet. Honey, when I tell you it was a moment when I wore this beautiful dress, it was. But it's a bridesmaid's dress. I can't do anything with the bridesmaid's dress anymore. The wedding is over. The bride done had her moment. I had my little sub moment. There's nothing that I can do with the dress now. So either I can donate the dress to all of the girls, because there are programs in our community where you can donate a dress to those who may be going to the prom. Okay? Who may be going to the prom. Or I can cut it down to make it more useful for my lifestyle. So I can take it to the tailor, have them to cut it into a shorter, more usable dress, like a cocktail dress. That way I can get much more wear out of that dress. Other than that, get rid of it. Yes, we know that you paid a couple $100s for it or whatever. Certain things are going to be a one and done. That's just expected. Certain things are going to be one and done, right? And we have to be okay with that if we're going to be in people's wedding. Okay? Hold on, my tracker lost me again. I'm trying to tell y'all, this technology be getting on my nerves. I'm so glad that y'all love me and y'all bear with me. Y'all know I ain't no expert with this videography and stuff like that. I just be doing the best that I can, just trying to give y'all the information that the Lord gave me. All right. So, but that's another thing, right? So, so donate it. Get rid of it. Get rid of the stuff. Because when I tell you that a cluttered space increases our stress, it serves as a reminder of all of the undone things that are on our to-do list. And so now we're sitting in a space and we're looking around and we can't have focus. We can't have think because anxiety has come and now it's whirling around in our head and it's telling me, you got this to do and you got this to do and you got this to do. And so now you feel overwhelmed and so then you start to feel stuck. Am I helping anybody right now? Again, I'm telling y'all that I'm talking about myself, so I ain't got to talk about you, but I know you feel me. It reduces our mental clarity. The sense of overwhelm becomes so compounded in our life, we feel like, I can't do anything. Like if I go in there, I already know I'm going to be stressed. I can't find anything because there's too many things. That's how people end up with so many things in their closet. And then they say, I have nothing to wear because they're overwhelmed with the amount of things that are in there. I want y'all to catch this in the spirit, because while we're talking about decluttering our closets, decluttering our space, there are some relationships, some moods, some mannerisms, some behaviors that we also have to say, I'm letting go of them because they don't serve me anymore. They cause me more stress. They cause me more anxiety. I have to get rid of these things that are in my life. I promise y'all, I did not get on here today thinking that I was about to be preaching, because we were just talking about decluttering our space so that we can free up space here. But there's so many things, guys, that causes us to be cluttered. Some of us are decluttered. Some of us have so much clutter because we're depressed. And how do we get out of it? Not by adding the cart. I hear people talking about retail therapy. That is a lie from the pits of hell. That no, we cast down retail therapy. Get into actual therapy. Find yourself at the feet of the Savior. Ask him, Lord, whatever it is that feels empty in me, fill me, Father, so I don't have to fill my basket and my cart full of stuff. So, when we're feeling this way, guys, it impacts our self-esteem and our self-image. Because now we feel depressed, we feel anxious, but we also feel guilty and embarrassed. Then we can't live a life of abundance that the Lord has called us to live. So, how do I deal with it? Because you said, Dr. Brookins, but you said you was going to tell us what to do about it. Well, this is something that I do to help reduce clutter in my closet. Because let's face it, sometimes we're not going to be able to clear everything out, but there are things that can help. So every 3 months, not every 3 months, about 3 times a year, I go through my closet and I start pulling things out. That's how I ended up with this stuff. Pulling things out. And yes, I tried them on. Remember, I told y'all to get yourself a full view mirror. Look in that mirror. Put your things on. Do you feel amazing? If you don't feel amazing, get rid of it. Your clothes should make you feel amazing because you know that you're putting something on that fits well on your body, and that you'll be, that you can walk out into the community or into your church or whatever, and you feel confident. You're able to walk in the joy of the Lord because you know you have on something that glorifies your King. If it's too tight, get rid of it, because that's just a reminder of the fact that you have not lost the weight yet. Why do that to yourself? If you're not actively working out, you're not actively going to the gym, get rid of it. Gift it. Don't just pack it up and give it to somebody. Ask them if they want it. And I have invited people over to my home and said, these are some of the things, good, useful things. Would you like them? And then I allow them to pick the stuff that they want. The rest of the stuff, my daughter comes and picks up. She says, Mom, do you have anything for the Goodwill? Yes, I do, baby. I'm on my way, she says. My other daughter, listen to this, because sometimes we need somebody else to go into our space to help get it decluttered. My other daughter, she goes in there. This is Ty and Kyra. Will go in there. And so they'll say, Mom, you go out of here. Does that make me feel a little bit nervous? Yeah, because they might get rid of some stuff that I feel like I want. But they say, hold on, you go out of here. Let me go through some of the things that I have never seen you wear or rarely see you wear. I will put those out over in a little corner for you, and then you tell me whether or not you want to hold on to those things. Sometimes we need somebody else in our space. Sometimes we need somebody else to come and help us. Did you catch that in the spirit? Did you also catch it naturally? Sometimes we need help. Yes, Dr. Brookins, The licensed therapist just said that sometimes I need somebody in my life to come in and help me to sort through things because I'm too close to it. I have an emotional attachment to it. And because I have an emotional attachment to it, that means that I feel like I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it because I need that. I'm going to look so amazing in it, but have you? Mama, I ain't never seen you put that on. And sometimes they say, but it look good on me. I'm like, baby, it do. You wear that. You can have that sugar. Because sometimes it just makes me feel better that somebody else can utilize the stuff. I have a pair. I hope I don't lose tracking. This is another thing. Sometimes things are expensive and we don't want to get rid of them because they're expensive. But the question is, are you utilizing it? Have you used the item? Have you used it? And so sometimes we have to just own the fact that we wasted good money on something because you bought it from a site where you can't return it. That's why I said, Lord, free me from buying things from places where I can't return the stuff. Because I bought them secondhand. And so now I can't return the item, but it costs me some good bread to get them. So I had to make the tough choice. My sister will look amazing in them boots. Did they cost me a lot of money? They sure did. But she means a lot to me. And I know that she will enjoy them boots. And guess what? I'm going to enjoy seeing her in them. Right? So now I got a little bit of satisfaction knowing that, yes, I did waste some money, but somebody who's important to me gets to wear them. Because I can't fit them. I can't do nothing with them boots. They too big. I don't care how many pair of socks I got on, then be clumping around like, clump. Stop. We're wearing things that look good on us, that fit well, that makes us feel amazing, right? So go ahead and repent for the money that you spent, because I should have asked the Lord to begin with. Lord, should I buy these boots? But did I know? I said I wanted them boots because them boots was fly. I want them. I'm going to get them. And you see where I ended up. Wasted money. So, gifting things, having somebody to come in and help us assess what we need and what we don't need. Replacing this with real life friends. Because we're going to attend Bible studies more. We're going to go to church more. We're going to meet people. And yes, we are going to bust up out of our comfort zone. We're going to go and say hi to somebody because, why? They look like they were pretty nice. And I need a friend, quite frankly. And now this is making me feel emotional because I know that there were times in my life, y'all, where this was my friend. This was my friend. It helped me not to feel so lonely or not to feel so bored, but I had to go to the Savior and say, Lord, free me of that. Send good people in my life. Help me to be friendly so that I can have good friends. Send somebody to me. Help me to break out of this anxiety that I'm feeling about meeting new people. Because, I've been hurt in the past before. And you know what? Females act funny. Yes, we do. But when we have the love of Christ in our life, when we have the Holy Ghost, we can get rid of that. When we start pushing our plates away, we can get rid of that. We can say, Lord, help me with my bad attitude. There's something about me that's off-putting and people don't want to be around me. Lord, are my problems saturated? Do I talk too much about my problems? What is it, Father? Whatever it is, free me from that. And yes, we may have to push our plates away. Yes, we may have to go on a fast so the Lord can reveal it to us so that we can be better. Because clutter in our life causes chaos. All right, guys. So as we start to declutter, little by little, yes, it's going to be hard, but little by little, we'll get it. All right, guys, listen, I love you. I'll talk to you soon.